SUVs are a rage because they allow you to come to beautiful places like this, which are otherwise difficult to get to. If you're wondering what I'm doing here, well, I'm Rahul Kakar and I'm back at doing what I usually do. You may have guessed it right. Yes, hypermiling. This time around, we're doing things a little differently and taking it to another level. I'm driving the Grand Vitara from the snow-capped mountains in the Himalayas to the Thar Desert in Rajasthan and finally to the Arabian Sea on the coast of Gujarat. I'm aiming to cover around 1500 kilometers on a tank full, but before we do that, I'll have to brim it up to the top. So, let's hit the road. Okay, so tanked up right to the brim because I really have to stretch every liter of petrol and try and see how far I can go only on a tank full. So, let's hit the road. I set the trip meter to 0, selected the drive mode Eco and I was good to go. Now the Maruti Suzuki Grand Vitara is a strong hybrid and has a certified range of 1200 kilometers. So they say 29.97 kilometers per litre is what you will get, and it is the ARAI certified fuel efficiency figure, but to get to the coast of Gujarat from here will require it to stretch its legs up to 35 kilometers per litre. Winter had just set in Himachal Pradesh and Narkanda had received its first snowfall of the season. The winding roads of this region were covered in snow, making the drive extremely scenic but making the roads super slippery. Good thing that this Grand Vitara was equipped with very capable Apollo Aptera Cross tires to tackle the challenging conditions and ensuring I stayed on course. My plan was simple: to try and keep the Grand Vitara in the EV mode as far as possible, and to achieve that I had to be extremely gentle on the throttle and be patient and alert at all times. The biggest advantage on this hypermiling run is that we've started our journey driving downhill. So that's definitely an advantage. And the Grand Vitara is recuperating a lot of battery as it's going downhill. Let's have a look at what sort of fuel efficiency number we're getting on the display. It's 50 kilometers per litre, which is simply unrealistic. But I shouldn't get my hopes up too high because we'll be hitting plains soon and then we'll see how it goes from there. With careful driving and slow speeds, I crossed Panchkula and Ambala by afternoon and then onto the Ambala-Narnaul Expressway, which would help me bypass the chaotic traffic on Delhi and Gurugram completely and coast hassle-free all the way to Paota in Rajasthan. Before I start today's drive, let me show you how well I did yesterday. After 14 hours of driving on day 1 and covering 528.4 kilometers, the fuel efficiency that I achieved was 45.5 kilometers per litre and I still had a range of 1062 kilometers. I guess that's why they call me the hypermiling expert. Today's plan is to head to Pushkar, which is about 230 kilometers from Paota in Rajasthan, where we've started from. And the Grand Vitara has been going strong so far. I'm hoping it continues to amaze me with its surprisingly good fuel efficiency. I'm on the Jaipur bypass right now and As expected, there's a lot of traffic here, a lot of signals, a lot of stop and go traffic, but there's nothing to be worried as the battery is charging continuously and it is constantly running in EV mode. A feature that I'm finding really useful on the Grand Vitara on this hypermile run is its heads-up display. It's giving me readouts like the speed and the battery level, which is helping me modulate speed without having to take my eyes off the road. While it's the car and the technology that makes it fuel efficient, believe it or not, it's the tires that are supremely important when it comes to hypermiling. Low rolling resistance tires are made of special compounds and specific treads that have less friction with the road, resulting in increased efficiency. So a lot of factors help one in getting the best mileage from one's car. Also, it is the way you drive. As you can see, I have to be very gentle on the throttle and keep the revs low and simply let life pass by. Okay, end of day 2 and we are almost at Pushkar. We've covered a distance of around 230 kilometers since morning and it took us about 7 hours to do that. The mileage that the Grand Vitara is displaying right now is 45.6 kilometers to a liter. That is really fantastic, and I think given this calculation we might be able to achieve our goal, but I'm not getting my hopes too high just yet. The next stint would be through the land of sand, and unlike the snowy mountains, the desert demanded that I give in to the heat and turn on the air conditioning. It also means that I get to use my favorite feature in this car, which is the ventilated seats. Surrounded by the sand, it was tough to not have some fun. All that driving on the sand trails has significantly dropped our range and now we're down to 783 kilometers. It is scarily close to the kilometers that we need to cover to reach our end destination, but nothing to worry. We'll try and use as much regen as possible and get the range at least up to what it was before. Today's destination is Abu Road, which is about 360 kilometers. To truly be surrounded by sand and have some fun, I needed to head to Pushkar, especially when I was going through the narrow, bumpy roads of Rajasthan. Hypermiling requires a lot of patience, and the one thing that you really need from your car is comfort, which thankfully the Grand Vitara offers in good measures. Having spent long hours behind the wheel of the Grand Vitara, I must say that these seats are supremely comfortable. They also offer right amount of support, and I really like the fact that the cushioning is not too firm or too soft. I like the fact that this top-of-the-line Alpha Plus variant of the Grand Vitara comes equipped with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which I find very convenient on long road trips like this, where I can project maps and play music on the screen. It also has a wireless phone charger, which is very convenient too. End of day 3 and I had arrived at Abu Road from Pushkar. It took me 12 hours to cover 395 kilometers. By now, I had already passed the 1100 kilometers mark from the beginning of this journey. I'd say the Vitara and me were doing very well. I was now thinking I could do even better than I first thought. Okay, so we are aiming to reach Jamnagar, Gujarat today, which is roughly around 450 kilometers of stretching this car's fuel efficiency limits. Thankfully, the Grand Vitara's hybrid system runs an efficient Atkinson cycle, which itself helps contribute to better fuel efficiency. However, I had to ensure that I do not demand too much power suddenly at any point and try and keep enough charge going to the batteries for the system to run on pure EV mode whenever possible. And we've made it to Jamnagar from Abu Road. It was the longest drive today, about 14 hours to get here. Getting onto the plains, I wasn't able to achieve the high efficiencies of the downhill, and with the weather getting warmer, I did have to use the AC. But I was well within the reach of the finish line, so I wasn't too worried. Today we are on the final leg on this hypermiling journey, and we've left from Jamnagar to head towards the Arabian coast. We're going to the Shivrajpur beach, which is close to Dwarka and about 146 kilometers to go. The range that is being displayed right now is 190 kilometers. So the run is pretty okay to be done with this sort of range, but just to be safe, I'm going to take it slow and easy. It was really frustrating to hold back and not drive flat out on such nice open roads just to be able to extract maximum mileage and to be able to make it to the coast. As we get closer to Dwarka, you can see we are very close to the Arabian Sea coastline. We have only 32 kilometers to go. There it is, the Shivrajpur beach. We are almost there. I still can't believe that we've stretched the Grand Vitara to reach all the way here just in a single tank of fuel. Yes, and we've made it to the coast of the Arabian Sea, and the Grand Vitara has successfully completed its hypermiling journey, starting with snow in Himachal Pradesh, sand dunes in Rajasthan and the sea here in Gujarat. The total distance that the Grand Vitara has travelled is 1772 kilometers, and the fuel efficiency that is being displayed right now is 44.8 kilometers per litre. And all of this in just one tank of petrol. Now it's time to remove that seal, tank it up and see what the actual fuel efficiency is like. Okay, that's a full tank for a distance travelled 1779.3 divided by 40.47 litres gives us 43.96 kilometers to a litre from an SUV. Who would have thought?